Hey, this is Sally Chen and Graham Muchow, um, bringing you our take on the Zero Hunger Challenge, and for this challenge we are focusing on Brazil. So our focus was to improve nutrition during maternal, infancy, and early childhood stages, with a focus primarily on the Central West region of Brazil. The malnutrition that's occurring is mainly due to the fact that there is impoverished populations within this region that, due to increasing gas, electricity, and food costs, are forced to seek out cheap and pre-prepared food, which often are not nutritious and don't contain all the necessary nutrients that they need. Some indicators that we can look for to recognize malnutrition is gestational weight status for mothers and children, and stunting and wasting for children, wasting being low weight for height, and stunting being low height for age. Gestational weight for mothers and stunting and wasting in children can go hand in hand, and this can indicate a double burden of malnutrition, such as the mother being overweight and the child being underweight, both in the same household. Here's a look at some micronutrient inadequacies in women in Brazil. As you can see, iron inadequacy is very high in pregnant women in Brazil, as is folate, which is essentially a B vitamin. Both are micronutrients, but they are pretty essential to people's health and women's health in Brazil. Here's a look at the weight distribution among women in Brazil that are bearing children. As you can see, over a third of the population is outside the normal distribution of what their weight should be. Here's a look at child malnutrition status in the region. As you can see, it doesn't look like a very large percentage of overweight or underweight children, but is more than would be desirable. And here's a look at stunting and wasting of children in Brazil as well, also around the 7 and 6.5% mark.
So, hello. For our solutions, we are focused on four things as shown here. So our first solution is nutrition education booklet, which is informing the population about the process of food from farming to table and the impact nutrition has on our body. So we're planning on distributing those in nutrition education curriculums or displaying those in community restaurants. So an example will be here, which shows what vegetables do to our body. Our second solution will be a nutrition brochure. This can be distributed across community restaurants, NGOs, and as part of the social welfare programs. And it's going to be mostly focused on empowering the population to know more about what they can do to make their diet or their meals more healthy. So for the nutrition education and for the nutrition brochure and the nutrition booklet, we're very careful about using jargons and technical terms. So because in Brazil, 52.2% of Brazilians have less than high school education. So we're focusing mainly on using picture books, style, or minimum words and pictures. And this can be shown right here, as shown in the food plate that reflects the local eating diet. And also tips on cooking healthy. And the third solution and the fourth one are focused on community restaurants, which are government subsidized restaurants that everyone can go in. And they're usually located close to construction sites and factories, which impact their population to be more male dominant and also having middle or lower income. And they play a role in nutrition security because with increasing electricity, gas costs, more Brazilians are looking for cheap prepared meals. And this is one of the graphs about the CR users, community restaurant user profile. So they're usually male, completed some form of education, and they have middle to lower income. And we're encouraging collaboration to combat to increase the population diversity of community restaurants. We're encouraging NGOs and community restaurants to collaborate together. So this can be done through food NGOs based in the slums and also initiatives such as the People Are Hungry that reach out to population of colors, and community organizations that focus on women and their families as well. The third solution is to increase male diversity in CR, which have the listed advantages as well. So an example of increasing male diversity is that we found in Brazil, in community restaurants in Brazil, a lot of them serve salad as one of their vegetable sources. But Brazilians don't usually eat salads as part of their lunch, so they don't really reflect the local eating diet. So we're recommending CR nutritionists to first enhance taste of meal through spices and herbs. And also second, that can enhancing the taste of meals through spices and herbs can also help more customers to come, and also they won't be tired of eating the same thing over and over again. And second is to decrease sodium content gradually in the meals. And the third is to decrease the presence of ultra-processed meats such as sausages. So we found that sodium content in CR meals are usually high. So this can be due to the rice and the beans having a lot of the cooks in CRs add salt to rice and beans. So we're calling for CR nutritionists to maybe add a note at the bottom of the preparation files that said to decrease the salt content. And these are our bottom line. Thank you for listening.